Hello guys, welcome sa ating YouTube channel. And ngayon sasagutan natin itong ating mock exam number 4. So kung hindi nyo pa nasasagutan ito guys, as always ilalagay ko yung link ng G-form natin dito sa ating description. So check nyo muna dun guys, sagutan nyo muna before kayo mag-proceed dito to check your answers. Okay? So question number 1. A newly elected mayor appoints his brother as the head of a municipal office despite the brother lacking the required qualifications. Which principle of public service is most directly violated? So, anong sagot natin dito? Yan. So, syempre, since hindi nga qualified yung brother niya, hindi pasok sa required qualifications, and then still, pinapasok niya pa rin, in-appoint niya pa rin. So, ang na-violate dyan, syempre, is yung merit and fitness. So, letter B. Okay, so question number 2. Which government office is responsible for examining whether public funds have been spent legally and properly? Ayan. So, obvious naman to guys, yung nag-audit ng mga funds natin ay yung Commission on Audit. So, letter A. Yan. So, next. Question number 3. Which of the following best describes the primary purpose of the principle of separation of powers in the Philippine government? Okay. So, yung principle of separation of powers kasi divides the government into 3 branches, di ba? Yung executive, legislative, and judicial. So, to prevent abuse of power. So, hanapin natin sa choices, guys. A, to increase the powers of the president. Kakasabi ko lang, dapat pantay-pantay sila. Yung tatlong branches natin. B, to prevent the concentration of government power in one branch. Ayun. To prevent the concentration. Kaya dapat guys, yung tatlong branches natin, pantay-pantay. Okay? So, letter B yung sagot. Question number 4. Which situation is the best example of transparency in the government? So, transparency. Okay, so ibig sabihin, open siya. So, tignan natin sa mga choices natin. A government office refuses to release public records. B, a public official discloses government spending and procurement records to the public. Ayan, no? Discloses. Ibig sabihin, pinakita niya or transparent siya. Therefore, yan yung sagot. Ayan. So, letter B. Okay? Yan. So, based rin naman sa mga choices, guys, yung mga iba kasi, ano siya, obvious naman na hindi siya transparent niya. So, yung choice A, nire-refuse niya. Yung choice C, confidential daw, ayaw niyang ipakita. Yung choice D, limits access. Ibig sabihin, ang transparent lang sa kanila is yung choice B. Yan, kasi nagdi-disclose siya. Okay, so question number 5. Which of the following would most likely increase a country's gross domestic product or GDP? Ayan, so paano natin mapalakas guys yung ating GDP? So a decrease in the production of goods and services. So obviously, malito, no? Ayan, so hindi lalakas yung produkto natin kung magdi-decrease ka ng production. B, an increase in the value of goods and services produced within the country. Ayun. So, yun yung tamang sagot, guys. Yan. So, para ma-improve natin yung gross domestic product natin. Okay? So, question number 6. A person borrows money from a bank. Which factor most directly affects the total interest paid? Ayan. So, okay. So, letter A, the borrower's age. Yung age ng borrowers. So, anong connect nun sa utang mo, 'di ba? Sa utang mo anong connect nun sa magiging interest. So X na 'yan. Okay? B. So the loan amount and interest rate. 'Yan. So obviously, ito guys yung tamang sagot, si choice B. Okay? So total interest paid depends mainly doon sa amount na binaro mo or yung principal amount, and yung also the interest rate, and yung long term affects the interest. But among the choices guys, B is the best answer. Ayan. So, letter B. Question number 7. If the purchasing power of money decreases, which is the most likely reason? Okay. So, pag nag-decrease guys, yung um, power ng money natin, ibig sabihin anong mangyayari? Negative siya, di ba? Negative effect siya. Therefore, tataas rin yung mga prices natin, so magkakaroon ng inflation, di ba? Yan. So yung every peso natin, mas makokonti na lang yung mabibili niyang goods and services, di ba? So this means the purchasing power of money decreases. So based dito sa choices, A, prices of goods have generally increased. Okay, so B, taxes have been reduced. C, wages have doubled. D, imports have decreased. Ayan. So, eto guys, yung sagot natin, kakasabi ko lang kanina. Tataas yung presyo ng mga bilihin. Okay? So, next. Which government agency is primarily responsible for collecting national internal revenue taxes? Ayan. So, pag-usapang taxes guys, alam na, si BIR or Bureau of Internal Revenue. So, question number 9, which practice best demonstrates environmental conservation? A, burning household waste every weekend. So, negative siya, no? So, mali. B, using reusable bags instead of single-use plastic bags. Ayun, so tama guys. Yan, using reusable bags instead of single-use plastic bags. Okay, so makakatulong ka. Yan, so best demonstrate environmental conservation. And next, question number 10, last problem under general info. Which economic activity belongs to the tertiary sector? Ayan, so pag sinabing tertiary sector guys, it provides services rather than producing raw materials. So itong iba kasi, yung ibang choices natin, primary yan, primary. Kasi nagpo-produce siya ng raw materials. Gold mining, also primary. Sea fishing, also primary. So banking lang naman guys. Ayan, so yun yung nagpro-provide ng service. Ayan, so tertiary. So letter C. Okay, so next na tayo guys. Proceed naman tayo sa verbal ability. Ayan, so question number 11. The committee remained blank despite intense public criticism, refusing to alter its decision without sufficient evidence. So anong tamang sagot natin dito? Yan. So sinulat ko na rin guys dito sa PPT natin yung tamang sagot para hindi tayo mahirapan mag-explain. So ang sagot natin ay letter A, resolute. So resolute means firm and determined. Yan. So the committee refused to change its decision despite criticism. Ayan. So resolute. Okay, question number 12. The witness's statement was so blank that investigators found it difficult to determine what had actually occurred. So, the answer ay ambiguous. Okay? This means having more than one possible meaning or being unclear. Ayan. So, being unclear. So, sagot natin ay letter C. Next. The mayor's proposal was praised for its blank approach to addressing long-term environmental concerns. Okay? So, anong sagot natin dito? Letter A, innovative. So, pag sinabing innovative, it refers to introducing new ideas or methods. Okay? Yan. So, next, question number 14. The auditor's report revealed several blanks in the company's financial records. So, anong sagot natin dito? Letter B. Oops, letter B to. Hindi natin nasulat. So, sagot dito guys. Yan. So, naulit kasi. Pero sagot dito ay letter B, discrepancies. So, the auditor's report revealed several discrepancies. Ibig sabihin guys, malayo, hindi tugma. Ganun yung meaning ng discrepancies in the company's financial record. So, sagot natin ay letter B. Ayan. So, next question. The professor's lecture was so blank that even experienced researchers learned something new. Okay? So, dapat positive yung word natin dyan kasi natuto yung mga experienced researchers natin, di ba? So, sagot natin dyan ay letter B or enlightening. So, enlightening means providing new understanding or insight. Ayun. So, ibig sabihin, magaling magturo yung professor. Alright? Question number 16. Although the issue appeared minor, it eventually became a blank problem affecting the entire organization. So, anong tamang word natin dito for number 16? Yan. So, the answer ay letter C, pervasive. Pervasive. It means spreading throughout every part of something. So, letter C. Okay, so question number 17. That diplomats' remarks were intentionally blank to avoid offending either country. Ayan. So, what is the answer? Letter B, tactful. So, it means careful not to offend others. While the other words are related, tactful best fits the context. Ayan. So, letter B yung sagot natin, tactful. Okay? So, question number 18. Because the evidence was blank, the court dismissed the complaint. Ayan ha. So, ang sagot natin dyan ay letter B. Ayan. So, kulang yung evidence guys, kaya na-dismiss yung kaso. So, insufficient. So, insufficient means not enough to support the case. Ayan. So, kulang. So, letter B. 19. The manager's blank leadership inspired employees to exceed expectations. Okay? So, dapat positive itong word natin, no? So, the answer is letter B, exemplary. So, it means serving as an outstanding example worthy of imitation. Okay? So, letter B pa rin. Next, the scientists rejected the theory because it lacked blank evidence. Okay, so the answer is letter B, empirical. So, empirical, lack of empirical evidence. So, pag sinabing empirical, it refers to evidence obtained through observation or experimentation. So, sagot natin ay letter B. Next, number 21. The manager advised the new employee to learn the ropes before handling major projects. So, yung highlighted words natin guys, actually idioms siya. Learn the ropes. So, anong definition ng learn the ropes? So, A. Memorize company policies. B. Learn the basic procedures. C. Work overtime. D. Supervise other employees. Ayan. So, based na rin guys sa statement natin. So, bago pa lang siya. New employee pa lang. So, syempre kailangan pa niyang matutunan yung mga basic procedures. So, letter B. Ayan. And meron pala tayong explanation dito. So, learn the ropes means to become familiar with the basics of a job or activity. Next. After months of disagreement, the two parties finally buried the hashay. Hashay ata yung pronunciation dyan, hindi ko rin sure. Yan, so, sagot natin ay, ayan, so, bury the hashay means to make peace or settle a dispute. Okay, so, ang sagot natin dyan, since to make peace or settle a dispute, ibig sabihin, i-end na natin yung conflict. So, ended their conflict or letter B. Okay, so despite the several failures, Carlo decided to give it another shot. Yan, so familiar naman na siguro kayo dito. Give it another shot. So kapag nag-fail yung unang attempt, give it another shot. So anong sagot natin? Yan, so letter B or try again. Yan, so may explanation. The idiom means to make another attempt. Ayun, so tama nga yung explanation natin. Next, number 24, the unexpected question caught the speaker off guard. Okay, so anong meaning ng idiom na yan? Caught the speaker off guard. So, A, made the speaker angry. B, surprised the speaker. C, encouraged the speaker. D, entertained the speaker. Ayan, so sagot natin ay letter B. Yan, caught off guard means to surprise someone unexpectedly. So letter B nga. Okay, so Filipino idioms naman tayo. Ano ang kahulugan ng idiomang nagsusunog ng kilay? Okay? So ang sagot natin dyan ay, ang idiomang nagsusunog ng kilay ay nangangahulugang masipag na nag-aaral o nagtatrabaho ng mabuti, kadalasan hanggang gabi. So based sa meaning ng nagsusunog ng kilay, ang sagot natin dito ay letter B, masipag na nag-aaral o nagtatrabaho ng husto. Next, ano ang kahulugan ng makapal ang muka? Ayan, so obviously, alam niyo naman na siguro yung definition ng makapal ang muka, di ba? So, that is walang hiya or letter B. Ayan, so hindi na siya tinatablan ng hiya. Ayun, walang hiya o hindi marunong mahiya. Next, ang taong may tainga sa lupa ay blank. Ayan, so anong ibig sabihin ng may tainga sa lupa? So A, mahilig matulog. B, madaling makarinig ng balita. C, tahimik magsalita. D, mabagal kumilos. So I think that's letter B. Tumutukoy ito sa taong alam ang mga nangyayari o may maraming impormasyon. Ayun. So letter B nga, madaling makarinig ng balita. Ayan. Next, ang idiomang isang kahig, isang tuka ay tumutukoy sa A, masipag na magsasaka. B, nabubuhay lamang sa kinikita sa araw-araw. C, mayamang negosyante. D, mahilig mangolekta. Ayan. So obviously, ang sagot natin dyan ay letter B. Isang kahig, isang tuka, after mo magtrabaho, may kinita ka, kakainin mo lang rin, ibibili mo lang rin ng pagkain mo, di ba? So, nawala lang rin yung kinita mo. Ayan, ang kinikita ay sapat lamang sa pang-araw-araw na pangangailangan. Okay. Yan, so, which part of the sentence contains an error? Neither of the proposals were accepted by the committee. Ayan, so kapag neither kasi guys, alams na. Singular dapat yan. Bakit ka gumamit ng were? Dapat was yan. So, sagot natin ay letter B. Ayan, with explanation. Neither is singular. So, the correct verb is was, not were. Okay, so number 30. Which part of the sentence contains an error? Each of the participants have submitted the required form. Ayan, so kapag each guys, singular yan. So, dapat, anong singular form ng has or ng have? That is has. So, mali yung choice B natin. Each is singular, so the correct verb is has. Ayan. So, letter B. Next, which part of the sentence contains an error? The number of applicants have increased significantly. The number, guys, yung subject, kapag the, ayan, so still singular pa rin yan. So, dapat has ito. So, mali yung choice B. Ayan, so the subject is the number. So, letter B. Ayan. So, kapag the, guys, singular siya. Okay? And kapag a naman, that is plural. Ayan, so tandaan nyo yan, ha? So, next tayo. Yan, so error identification pa rin. One of the employees were promoted last month. So, anong mali dyan? That is letter B pa rin. One ay singular. Therefore, was dapat ito. So, letter B yung mali, di ba? Or yung error dyan. Next, the word obstinate is closest in meaning to, ano ang kahulugan guys ng obstinate? That is stubborn. Okay? So, it means stubbornly refusing to change one's opinion or behavior. So, letter B tayo. Next, the word lucid is closest in meaning to. So, pag sinabing lucid guys, it means express clearly and easy to understand. Ayan. So, dapat letter B, clear. Okay? Next, the word mitigate is closest in meaning to. Ayan, so pag sinabing i-mitigate mo, bawasan mo, di ba? Or lessen. Ayan, so let's see. Ayan, so mitigate means to make something less severe, serious, or painful. So lessen. So tama si choice C. Next, the word pragmatic means, yan, so pag sinabing pragmatic guys, refers to dealing with situations in a practical and realistic manner. So practical guys, so letter B. Ayan, so meron tayo ditong passage, no? So basahin lang natin to, then answeran natin. So Leo left home early to attend a job interview. On his way, he noticed an elderly man struggling to cross the street. Although he knew he might arrive a few minutes late, Leo helped the man safely cross before continuing to the interview. Ayun, ang bait naman ni Leo, di ba? So, why did Leo leave home early? Ayan, so, saan nga ulit pupunta si Leo, guys? Ayan, pupunta siya sa job interview. Ayan. So, kung nabasa nyo ng mabuti, guys, analyze nyo para masagutan nyo yung hinahanap. So, di ba, pumunta siya sa job interview. Ang kaso, habang papunta siya, ayan, so, may nanotice siyang matanda na nahihirapan tumawid sa daan. Okay? So, tinulungan niya muna kahit alam niyang malilate na siya. Yun yung nangyari. Di ba? So, let's continue. Next. What did Leo notice on his way? Ayan. So, kakasabi ko lang guys, nakita siya ng matanda na nahihirapan. Di ba? Or kailangan ng tulong. An elderly man who needed help. So, letter C. Okay? What was the result of Leo's decision to help? So, nung naging resulta guys, nung naging decision niya, ayan. So, na-late siya kasi pinili niyang tulungan yung matanda. Di ba? Ayan. So, not necessarily naman na na-miss niya yung interview. Na-late lang siya. Ayan. He might arrive a few minutes late. Andito siya. Oops. Yun. So, letter B. And last, which trait best describes Leo? Ayan. So, mapapansin nyo naman guys sa choices, isa lang naman yung positive dyan. Which is si choice B. Compassionate siya, di ba? So hindi niya inuna yung sarili niya. Pinili niyang tulungan yung matanda kahit alam niyang malilate na siya. Ayan, so compassionate. Alright, so tapos na tayo guys sa verbal ability. Proceed naman tayo guys dito sa analytical ability. Ayan, so dito na guys yung medyo madugo kasi marami na tayong isosolve dito. Okay? So let's start. In a row of 17 applicants, Mara is 6 from the left. Noel is 4 places to the right of Mara. What is Noel's position from the right? Okay, so para maintindihan natin guys, pwede naman natin siyang i-drawing. Ayan, para ma-visualize natin. So Mara is 6 from the left. So kung from left to right ito, from left to right, i-drawing natin guys ha, yung mga pwesto nila. So, si Mara ay pang-anim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Andito si Mara. Okay? And then, Noel is 4 places to the right of Mara. So, magbibilang pa tayo dito guys ng 4. Diba? So, ituloy lang natin yung bilang natin. 7, 8, 9, 10. So, pang-4 siya guys kapag binilang mo dito sa galing sa 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ayan. So, 4. So, tama guys. Andito si Noel. Siya yung number 10. What is Noel's position from the right? Ayun. So, kailangan natin kompletuhin guys itong numbers natin kasi nga sabi dito ay merong 17 applicants. So, kompletuhin lang natin to. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, magbibilang tayo guys from the right, no? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ayan. Wait lang guys. Di natin nasama si 17. So, ito pala yung mauna. 1, si 17, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, si Noel guys ay pang 8 place kung magbibilang tayo from the right. So, ang sagot natin dito ay letter B. 8th place. Okay, next. Evidence is to verdict. Blank is to blank. Ayan. So, pair of words guys yung hinahanap natin. So, anong tamang sagot natin dito? Ayan. So, isa-isay natin guys yung choices. So, A, symptom is to diagnosis. B, question is to answer. C, law is to court. D, witness is to trial. So, anong tamang sagot natin dyan? Ayan. So, yung evidence kasi guys, based dito sa pair of words natin, ayan, yung evidence may leads to a verdict, di ba? So, basically, similar lang din siya dito sa choice A natin, yung symptom, ayan, it may leads also to a diagnosis. Ayan, di ba? So, ang sagot natin ay si choice A. Alright, so next tayo guys. Yan, so may mga series tayo dito and merong special character, So, alam rin natin guys yung kung paano mag-solve ng ganito, no? So, syempre, gawa na rin ng relationship or pattern yung mga letters natin. Letters by letters lang ha. Yung mga numbers natin, so sa mga numbers lang din, and yung mga special characters natin, ayan. So, hanapin natin yung mga pattern nila isa-isa. So, bahala na kayo guys kung anong gusto nyong mauna. So, let's say, si letters muna. So, A, D, G, tsaka J. Yan yung mga letters na given, So, hanapin natin guys yung possible na pattern dito. A, B, C, D. So, nalagtawan si B, tsaka si C. Okay? D, E, F, G. Nalagtawan si E, F. So, dalawa yung nalalagtawan guys ha. G, H, I, J. Ibig sabihin guys, lalagtaw lang rin tayo ng dalawa dito. J, K, L. Ibig sabihin M, yung unknown na letter. So, pwede na nating isulat kagad. So, ma-e-x na si choice C kasi N yung nauna sa kanya, di ba? So, next naman tayo. Since marami pa yung pare-parehong letter M yung nauna, ang gawin natin na next is yung mga numbers naman. Ayan, para makuha na natin yung tamang sagot. So, for the numbers guys, given 2, 6, 12, 20. So, hanapin lang natin guys yung difference nila. So, 2 naging 6. Yan. So, pag pinag-minus mo yan, that is 4. So, plus 4 siya. 6 naging 12, that is plus 6. 12 naging 8, that is plus 8. Yan. So, basically guys, nakuha na natin kagad yung pattern natin, no? 4, 6, 8. So, dapat yung andito ay plus 10 na siya. So, 20 plus 10, that is equal to 30. Ayan. So, kahit naman hindi natin nakunin yung panghuli, obvious naman kasi na si choice B lang yung may 30 dyan. Kasi inekis na natin si choice C. Diba? So, sagot ay letter B. Ayan. Yung special character naman guys, madali lang naman yung pattern niya. Nagpapalit-palit lang naman sila. Diba? Okay. So, next. All auditors are employees. No employee is exempt from office rules. Some auditors are team leaders. Which conclusion follows? Okay. So, gawan natin guys ng Venn diagram para madali lang nating maintindihan. All auditors are employees. Yan. All auditors are employees. Yan. So, masasakop lahat guys kasi all yung keyword natin. No employee is exempt from office rules. So, kung andito si employee, since no yung keyword, dapat malayo. Ito yung exempt from office rules. Diba? So, malayo siya sa employee. Hindi sila nag-overlap. And then, some auditors are team leaders. Andito si auditors. So, some auditors are team leaders. So, pwedeng andyan. May mag-overlap na part. So, team leaders, sabihin na lang natin TL. Okay? So, ito guys, yung ating Venn diagram. Okay, so isa-isay natin yung choices guys para malaman natin kung saan sa kanila yung pasok, no? Based na rin sa ginawa nating Venn diagram. A, some team leaders are not employees. Some team leaders are not employees. Yan, so hindi kasi stated, no? So, ang connection lang kasi o relationship lang ni team leaders ay, ang nabanggit lang ay yung kay auditors. Okay? So, still, hindi siya guaranteed. Okay? So, next naman. Choice B, all auditors are not exempt from office rules. Andito si auditors, guys. Andito si exempt from office rules. Tama ba, guys? Na no or not yung magiging keyword natin. Kasi kapag ni-redraw natin yan, andito si A, andito si EOR. So, malayo sila sa isa't isa. Therefore, no yung keyword or not. So, tama pa rin to. So, choice B yung tamang sagot. Okay, so number 45 naman tayo. If a complaint is filed after the deadline, it will not be accepted. The complaint was accepted. Ayun, no? So, madali lang to guys, no? Yung mga conclusion and assumption natin. So, kapag yung complaint daw ay filed after deadline, ayan. Kapag lumagpas ka sa deadline, hindi ka naaabot sa accepted. Okay, hindi na maa-accept. Ayan, kapag lumagpas ka sa deadline. Ngayon, yung complaint kasi ay na-accept. Ibig sabihin, nakaabot siya dito. 'Di ba? So, kung andito na siya, accepted na siya, therefore, nakaabot siya sa deadline. Okay? I mean, hindi siya lumagpas sa deadline. Ayan, so pasok siya. Ayan, so mas maaga siya sa deadline. Okay? So, ang sagot natin dito, the complaint was filed after the deadline. So, kakasabi ko lang, mali yan. The complaint was not filed after the deadline. Tama ba to guys? Ayun, so tama siya. Binaliktad lang naman ito. Ninagyan lang ng not. Hindi ipinasa yung complaint after the deadline. Kasi pinasa siya before the deadline. So, tama si choice B. Okay, so 4 employees, Ana, Ben, Carlo, and Dina, work in different units. Records, finance, legal, and HR. Yan, so gagawa tayo guys ng table para masagutan natin to. So, Ana, Ben, Carlo, tsaka si Dina. Ayan, and meron tayo ditong records. Let's say REC na lang, finance. Hindi ko na kukumpletiin guys ha. Legal, and HR. Ayan, so gawa tayo ng table ano. So, yan, so isa-isayin natin guys yung mga given na statement. Ben does not work in finance or HR. So, si Ben, hindi siya nagtatrabaho sa finance, tsaka HR. Ayan. Next, Ana works in legal. Ayan, so binigay na kagad yung kay Ana. Si Ana is dito kay legal. Ibig sabihin, kung meron na siyang isa, kasi dapat different sila, di ba? So, nakuha na ni Ana si legal. Therefore, X na rin si finance, records, tsaka HR. Ayan, so isa-isa lang dapat. Okay. Therefore, X na rin guys yung mga iba dito, no? So, si B, si C, tsaka si D, X na sila sa legal. Okay? Ayan, so makikita nyo dito guys, no? Tatlo na kagad yung X kay B. Therefore, ang natitira sa kanya is yung record. Diba? So, ang bilis lang, diba? Ilang ano pa lang yun? Dalawang statement pa lang, dalawa na yung nakuha natin. Okay? So, ituloy lang natin to ha. Dina does not work in records. Yan. So, tama nga naman. Hindi nga pwedeng mag-work si Dina sa record kasi nakuha na ni Ben. Okay? Yan. So, dalawa na lang yung pagpipilian natin ha. Carlo does not work in finance. Si Carlo daw hindi nagtrabaho sa finance. Therefore, ang nagtrabaho sa finance si Dina. And si Carlo naman nagtrabaho na siya dito kay HR. Ayan. So malinaw naman guys, di ba? Yung table natin. Ayan. So where does Ben work? Si Ben andito, nagwo-work siya sa records. So letter A. Next. A person walks 15 meters north, 20 meters east, then 15 meters south. How far and in what direction is the person from the starting point? Okay. So, gawan lang natin guys ng Cartesian plane. Yan. So, alam nyo naman na siguro yung Cartesian plane natin. Andito si north, andito si south, andito si east, andito si west. Okay, so starting point natin guys, let's say andito sa center. Okay? So a person walks 15 meters north. Ayan, so ito yung north, no? Dito yung direction. Naglakad daw siya ng 15 meters. 15 meters. And then, 20 meters east. Lumiko siya, pumunta siya sa east, naglakad daw siya ng 20 meters. Right, so andito na siya, no? Then, 15 meters south. And then, bumalik lang siya sa south, 15 meters lang din. So, basically guys, nag-cancel na yung north tsaka south, di ba? Since pareho silang 15 meters. So, andito na yung final position niya. How far and in what direction is the person from the starting point? Obviously guys, kung andito yung starting point, so maglalakad ka lang dyan, same lang sila dito sa 20 meters. Since magkatapat nga lang sila. Okay? So 20 meters papuntang east. Yan. So letter B yung sagot natin. Okay. So meron pa guys, no? So madami pala tayong dito, analogy. Okay? So policy is to implementation and then may unknown na pair of words. Okay? So anong relationship guys ng policy tsaka ng implementation? Ayan. So, yung policy, guys, it is put into implementation. Therefore, hahanapin natin yung kapareho niya dito. Yung plan naman is put into execution. Diba? Ayan. So, kung may plano ka, kapag ginawan mo ng action, may execute mo. Diba? Same lang din dito sa policy. Kapag ginawan mo ng action yan, may implement mo. Therefore, the answer is letter E. Okay? So, next. Find the missing term. Ayan. So, meron ulit tayong series dito. So, Z. Guys, unahin na muna natin itong mga letters and numbers natin. Ano? Ayan. So, Z1, W3, T6, Q10. Ayan. So, obviously guys, may napansin na kagad ako nung una pa lang. Si Z, tsaka si 1. Ayan, di ba may alphabet tayo? Sige, sulat ko lang lahat ng alphabet natin ha. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, tsaka Z. Ayan. So, nakompleto na natin guys yung mga letters natin sa alphabet. Ang napansin ko guys, si letter Z. Si letter Z kasi number 1 siya kapag magsisimula ka dito sa baba. 'Di ba? So, by numbers siya, 'di ba? So, yung W naman kung magbibilang ka kasi, 1, 2, 3. So, 3 steps naman si W. Kaya 3 yung katapat niya or kasama niya, 'di ba? So, si T naman, so magbibilang lang din tayo ha. Kung 3 na to, 4, 5, 6. Pang 6 naman, pang 6 steps naman from Z, 'di ba? Ayan. So, yung Q naman, 6 na to, 'di ba? Tuloy lang natin. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yun, so bakit naging 10 na dito? 7, 8, 9, 10. May namali ba tayong letter, guys? Wala naman, no? Yun, so bakit na mali? Biglang nag-10 doon. 6, 7, 8, 9. Ayan, so 9 lang talaga guys, no? Ayan, so let's say 9 muna. Ayan. Since hindi pasok yung series natin na by letters tsaka numbers. So siguro, hiwalay yung pattern ng letters tsaka numbers natin. Okay? Ayan, so mapapansin kasi natin dito guys, nakita ko na rin pala. So nagma-minus 3 lang siya, 'di ba? Yan. Kung Z to 3 steps, W 3 steps, T naging Q 3 steps. Ayan, so tig 3 steps nila. Okay? Therefore guys, yung letter natin dito dapat mag 3 steps lang din tayo. So 1, 2, 3. Ayan, so 3 steps. So, N na guys yung letter natin na nauna. Yan. How about the number? Kasi yung number guys, medyo hindi maganda yung number natin. Medyo nagkagulo tayo doon. So, anong gagawin natin sa mga numbers natin? Ayan. So, gawan lang rin natin sila ng sarili nilang pattern. Yan. So, dapat pala hindi natin sila kinombine kasi hindi pwede, di ba? Hindi sila pareho ng pattern. Yan. So, ito guys yung mga numbers natin, di ba? So, ano mapapansin nyo dito? Yung mga difference nila kunin natin. 1 tsaka 3 ang difference niyan plus 2. 3 tsaka 6 ang difference niya plus 3. 6 tsaka 10 ang difference niya plus 4. So may pattern tayo guys sa mga numbers. Therefore, ang difference dapat nila dito ay 5. So 10 plus 5 that is equal to 15. So 15 na tong katabi ni n. Ayan. So letter A lang naman yung may n15 sa choices. So therefore, yan na yung sagot natin. And yung mga special character naman guys, do not worry so much about that kasi salitan lang naman sila. Asterisk tsaka yung hashtag, di ba? Yan. So nagpapalit-palit lang. So letter A. Ayun. So question number 50. Some ordinances are regulations. All regulations must be published. No unpublished rule is enforceable. Which conclusion follows? Okay. Gawan lang natin ulit ng Venn diagram. Some ordinances are regulation. Ayan, yung ganyan yung Venn diagram guys ng some na keyword, ano? All regulations must be published. Andito si regulation, all yung keyword, ibig sabihin sakop lahat. Publish. Ayan. And no unpublished rule is enforceable. Wala daw na unpublished rule ang enforceable. Ayan. So, no unpublished rule ay enforceable. Ayan. So, tandaan natin yan guys ha. Huwag tayong malilito. Some ordinances must be published. Andito si ordinances. Andito si publish. So, tama ba guys? Yung keyword natin dapat ay some. Yan. So, kapag nira-write natin yan, ordinances tsaka si publish. Ayan. So, tama guys. Some nga yung keyword natin dyan. So, letter A yung tamang sagot. Okay. So, hindi na natin isa-isain guys yung mga choices, no? So, gawan nyo lang ng Venn diagram and may intindihan nyo naman yan. Number 51, in a class of 40 students, Angela ranks 12 from the top. What is her rank from the bottom? Okay. So, 40 students, 40 total students. Pang 12, si Angela sa top. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Andito siya. And syempre, kapag tinuloy-tuloy natin yan, naabot pa yan hanggang 40. Kasi nga, 40 total students yung meron sa klase. Okay. So, anong solution natin dito guys? Yan. So, para hindi na natin manumanuhin kasi, mas madali na lang na i-minus yan. Ayan. So, 40 minus 12 guys, that is 28. And syempre, wag kakalimutan yung plus 1. Kaya sagot natin ay 29. Bakit kailangan mag plus 1? Ayan. So, yung 12 kasi guys, yan yung from the top, di ba? Kapag kasi nagbilang ka, galing naman sa baba, madodoble yung dalawang number, di ba? So, yung isang tao, dalawa yung rank niya. 12 na siya sa taas and may rank pa siya sa baba, which is 29. So, same lang guys ang 12 tsaka 29. Iisang tao yan. So, iisa lang dapat yung bilang natin. Ayun. So, ganun guys yung ibig sabihin. Okay? So, letter C pala. Next. Yan. So, architect is to blueprint. Chef is to blank. Ayan. So, ano bang relationship guys ng architect tsaka ng blueprint? Pag sinabing blueprint guys, yan yung yung plano yan. Okay? So, kumbaga yan yung starting point para makabuild ka kung ano man yung i-build mo. Diba? For example is building. Ang unang step mo, kailangan magkaroon ka ng blueprint. Ayan, or plano. So, ganun din dito guys sa chef. So, ang unang step mo para makapagluto ka, kailangan mo muna ng recipe. So, letter A yung tamang sagot natin. Ayan, so walang katapusang series guys. Find the missing term. A hashtag 2, C at 5, F hashtag 9, J at 14. Ayan. So, mga letters muna, no? So, matuto na tayo. By letters muna para hindi tayo magkamali. So, tignan natin guys yung possible na naging pattern dito sa letters. A, B, C, D, E, F. Ayan. So, tumataas guys yung bilang ng nalalagtawan, no? F, G, H, I. Ayan. So, from 1, naging 2, then naging 3 yung nalalagtawan nating letters. So, dapat yung mga letters na malalagtawan natin dito ay 4 na. Okay? So, J, K, L, M, N. So, ang next dyan ay O. Ibig sabihin, O. Yung unang letter. Ngayon, imbis na isolve pa natin yung mga numbers, guys, kasi mapapansin nyo naman, X na si choice B tsaka si choice D, diba? Dalawa na lang yung pagpilian natin. Ngayon, mamimili kayo dyan kung anong next na pattern na kukunin natin. Yung mga special character ba or yung mga numbers? Ayan. So, pwede lang naman pareho. Pero I suggest na gamitin na lang natin yung pattern ng mga special characters kasi nga obvious siya masyado. Madali lang siya. Compared sa mga numbers na kapag sinolve mo, medyo mahihirapan ka pa, 'di ba? So alternating lang naman guys, hashtag at ibig sabihin hashtag na yung andyan. So o hashtag. So ang tamang sagot guys ay si choice A. Ayan, so mali si choice C. Okay, so letter A. So next tayo. All accountants are graduates. Some graduates are licensed professionals, which conclusion is definitely true. Ayan, so pwede rin natin siyang gawan guys ng Venn diagram kung gusto nyo. Pero, hindi na kailangan kasi nga directly stated naman na yung sagot natin. Letter C, pareho lang sa statement. Ayan, so hindi mo pwedeng kontrahin yan kasi nga pareho na sa statement, di ba? Question number 55. If every employee who arrives late must submit a written explanation and Carlo did not submit a written explanation, what can be concluded? Guys, yung mga ganitong tanong, common sense lang ito, ano? So, kung lahat daw ng employee na nalilate must submit a written explanation. Since si Carlo hindi siya nag-submit, therefore hindi siya na-late. 'Di ba? Gets ba, guys? So, letter B yung sagot natin. Carlo arrived on time. Yan. So, explain ko lang rin bakit mali si choice C. Carlo may or may not have arrived late. Kasi, assumption ito. So, X ito. Ayan. So, conclusion na kasi ito, guys. Sinabi naman kasi dito sa statement natin. So, Carlo arrived on time. Alright. So, next. 4 friends. Anna, Ben, Carl, and Dana each own one pet. A cat, a dog, a rabbit, and a turtle. So, isulat lang natin guys ha. Cat, dog, rabbit, tsaka turtle. So, ilan yung tao? 4. Si Anna, si Ben, si Carl, tsaka si Dana. Okay? So, first, Anna does not own the cat or the turtle. So, X na kagad si cat tsaka si turtle kay Anna. Ben owns the dog. Si Ben, andito, si dog naman daw siya. So, X na kagad yung mga ibang animals pa or ibang pet pa. So, dito rin, X na rin si dog sa mga ibang tao. Kasi nakuha na siya ni B. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo dito guys, anong natitirang pet kay Anna? Since X na yung tatlo. So, natitira sa kanya is yung rabbit. Ayan, so nasolve na natin guys yung dalawa. So, next naman, Carl does not own the rabbit. Carl does not own the rabbit. Ayan, so obviously, hindi nga talaga kasi nakuha na siya ni Anna. So, X na rin ito. Ayan, so next. Dana owns the turtle. Kay Dana na daw yung turtle. Therefore, ang naiwan na lang para kay Carl ay yung cat. Ayan. So, yan guys yung ating nagawang table. So, who owns the cat? Ayan. So, nakakuha guys ng cat si Carl. So, letter C. A man walks 8 meters east, then 6 meters north, then 8 meters west. How far is he from starting point? Ayan. So, meron tayo ditong Cartesian plane. North, west, south, east. Kung andito yung starting point natin, yung unang ginawa niya, naglakad siya ng 8 meters east. And then, 6 meters north. Umakyat naman siya pa norte, 6 meters. And then, pumunta naman siya ng west. Yan, so baliktad pala tong drawing natin. Ulitin lang natin ha. Nasa kabila yung is. Ayan. So 8 meters, then umakyat ng north. 6 meters, then bumalik ng west. 8 meters. So basically guys, nag-cancel si east tsaka si west. So cancel natin to. Andito na yung final position niya. So dapat guys, same lang to. Kung starting point natin ay center, kung maglalakad ka papunta dito, dapat same lang din siya dito na 6 meters. 'Di ba? So how far is he from starting point? So dapat sagot natin ay letter A, 6 meters. Okay, so next, judge is to court, senator is to blank. Okay, so anong sagot natin dito? Yung judge, guys, yan. So workplace niya, syempre. Anong workplace, guys, ng judge? Yung courtroom, 'di ba? So hindi to workplace. Kumbaga, saan siya under, 'di ba? Saan siya nagtatrabaho, kumbaga. Ayan. So under siya sa court, 'di ba? Or sa korte. Ngayon naman, eto naman, yung senator naman under ano naman siya? Ayan. So yung senator naman, guys, is under Congress. Ayan. So 'di ba dalawa yung Congress natin, yung mga yung Senate or yung mga senators tsaka yung House of Representatives. Ayan. So under yung senator kay Congress. Okay? So choice A yung tamang sagot natin. So mali pala guys yung workplace. Ayan. So next, find the missing term. So gawan lang ulit natin to guys ng pattern. So 4, 8, 16, 32. Ano mapapansin nyo guys sa mga numbers natin? May pattern siya, di ba? Anong pattern? Times 2 lang. Yan. Therefore, dapat times 2 lang rin dito sa 32. So ang next na series na natin dapat ay 64. Yan, 64. So, X na si choice C guys ha. Tatlo na lang yung pagpipilian natin. Okay, so mas magandang unahin natin yung letters kasi nga sila yung naiiba, 'di ba? Useless kapag kinuha pa natin yung special character na exclamation mark kasi pare-pareho naman sila. So, yung letters naman guys, A, C, F, tsaka J. So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So, nag-i-skip siya, di ba? So 1, 2, 3 dapat apat yung letter na skip nito. Ayan, so O yung next. So parang yung kanina lang. Ayan. So letter B, 64 O. And then yung exclamation mark. Okay? So no managers are interns. All interns are trainees. Some trainees are scholars. Which conclusion is definitely true? Yan. So, obvious answer guys, letter B kasi nga directly stated. No manager is an intern. No managers are interns. Kapag directly stated, wag natin kokontrahin. Yun na kagad yung sagot natin. Okay? Next, so Filipino analogy naman tayo. Aklat is to pahina. Bahay is to blank. Ayan. So, anong sagot natin dito? Siyempre, kailangan muna nating malaman yung relationship nila. Di ba? So, yung aklat kasi, yan yung, kumbaga yan yung whole. And itong pahina, part siya. Part ng aklat, di ba? Ayan. So, dito naman sa bahay, guys, medyo ano kasi ito eh. Yung mga choices kasi pare-pareho. Siguro, pili na lang tayo ng pinakamalapit dyan. Di ba? So, since part tsaka whole yung hahanapin natin, so obviously naman kasi guys, kung magpapatayo ka ng bahay, kailangan mo ng silid, di ba? Or room. So part mas kumbaga general siya. Yan. So unlike dito kasi sa pahina tsaka aklat, yung pahina alam natin na part siya ng aklat na as in andoon, di ba? Yung una mong may isip kapag part ng aklat yung sinabi is yung pahina niya. 'Di ba? So same lang din sa bahay, guys. Hindi ka naman magkakaroon ng bahay nang walang silid. 'Di ba? Pwede kang magkaroon ng bahay nang walang pintuan, walang bubong. Kahit nga walang pader eh, 'di ba? Pero dapat meron kang silid. Ayan. So, yun guys yung pinakamalapit, no? To yung mga ano kasi, yung mga choices kasi, sobrang lalapit nila, sobrang pwede lang rin sila. Pero hanapin natin yung pinakamalapit. Ayan. So, letter B, silid. Okay, so panukala is to batas, binhi is to blank. Ayan, so yung panukala guys, kapag lumaki yan, pwedeng ipasa, pwede maging batas. Same lang din dito guys sa binhi. So yung binhi, kapag tinanim, lumaki, nag-grow, pwedeng maging halaman. Okay? So letter A yung sagot natin. So next. Pagtitipid is to ipon, pagsasanay is to blank. Ayan. So, parang result na rin ito guys eh. Kapag nagtitipid ka, nakakapag-ipon ka. Kapag nagsasanay ka, anong mangyayari sa'yo? Anong makukuha mo? Siyempre, yung kasanayan. 'Di ba? Ayan. So, letter A. Hukom is to hatol, mananaliksik is to blank. Ayan. So, pag sinabing hukom guys, yung judge natin yan. 'Di ba? Ayan. So, yan yung magiging hatol niya. So, hatol nga siya mismo, 'di ba? Yan. So, yan yung kumbaga ibibigay niya sa iyo after after ano tawag doon? After trial. Ayan. So, hahatulan ka. Kumbaga yan yung result na. So, kapag sinabi naman kasing mananaliksik, researchers siya. Ayan. So, kung nakapag-study na, ano naman yung mabibigay niya sa iyo after? Ayan. So, syempre makakapagbigay rin siya ng conclusion. Yan. So, kumbaga final decision, parang ganun yung relationship dito. Okay, question number 65. Meron tayo ditong balance scale or yung timbangan, di ba? So, sa left side, meron tayong apple and banana and itong 250 grams. Sa right side naman, milk tsaka chocolate and itong 200 grams. So, basically guys, kailangan lang natin i-balance itong scale natin. Okay? Yan. So, if the apple weighs 180 and the milk and banana both weigh 250, milk tsaka banana, what is the weight of the chocolate bar? Ito guys yung hinahanap, yung weight ng chocolate bar natin. So, since balance scale guys, so equate natin ito kasi nga equal sila. Okay? So, isolve natin ha. 180 plus 250 plus ito, 250 rin, is equal to yung milk na 250 plus ito 200 plus yung weight ng chocolate na hinahanap natin or variable x. Okay? Yan. So basically equate lang talaga natin to. So 250 tsaka 250 pwede na nating i-cancel yan. So sa right side guys, may iwan si 200. Sa left side naman 180 plus 250 ilan yan? That is 400 tama ba? 430. Ayan. So, may plus x ka pa dyan. So, para ma-isolate si x, guys, kailangan mong ilipat itong 200 sa left side. So, x is equal to 430 minus 200. Diba? So, that is equal to 230 grams. So, letter C. Ayun. So, kailangan mo lang talagang equate siya. If the banana weighs 140 grams, milk weighs 220 grams, and the chocolate bar weighs 160 grams, what is the weight of the apple? So, same solution guys. Sa last problem natin, kailangan lang natin siyang i-equate. So, x plus 140 yung banana plus 250 yan. Equate natin sa milk 220 plus 160 plus 200. Okay? So, isolve lang natin muna. So, 140 plus 250, that is equal to 390. 220 plus 160, that is 380. Plus 200, that is 580. Yan. So, may x pa dito. So, ilipat natin guys si 390 sa right side. Magiging minus na. Ayan. Then, i-minus natin yan. Ilan yan? 580 minus 390, I think that is 190. 190 grams, diba? So, letter C. Yan. So, equal na sila. Okay, so still, ganun pa rin guys yung ating figure, if the apple and the banana together, so together daw so yung weight na ng dalawa, that is equal to 350. What is the combined weight of the milk and the chocolate bar? Ayan, so combined weight, so still together. So gawan ulit natin guys ng equation, 350 plus 250, equate natin sa right side, x plus 200. Okay, then may iwan si x dito, lilipat natin si 200 sa kabila. 350 plus 250, that is 600. And then yung i-minus natin na 200 na nilipat natin. So x is equal to 400. So letter B. Okay, so question number 68. If the milk weighs 260 and the chocolate bar weighs 190, what is the combined weight of the apple and the banana? Ayan, syempre para ma-balance, di ba? So ito yung unknown natin. Okay? So gawan natin ng equation guys X plus 250 is equal to 260 plus 190 plus 200. Ayan, so i-add muna natin guys yung mga nasa right side. 260 plus 190, that is 450, plus 200, that is 650. Ayan, then lipat natin guys si 250 sa kanan, magiging minus. So 650 minus 250, that is equal to 400 grams, or letter C. Okay? Next, to keep the scale balance, a 100 grams weight is removed from the left side. So, tinanggalan daw ng 100 to. Okay? What should also be removed from the right side? So, anong magiging solution natin dito guys? Isipin nyo mabuti. Ayan. So, kung nagtanggal tayo ng 100 dito sa 250, so that is 150 na lang yung weight ng nasa left side natin, di ba? Kasi nagtanggal tayo ng 100. Ngayon, ano naman yung tatanggalin natin sa 200 para maging equal sa 150? Ayan. So, syempre, kailangan nating magtanggal ng 50, di ba? Kasi 200 minus 50, ayan, equal na sila. So, x is equal to 50. So, letter A. Okay, gets ba guys? So, next tayo. Which statement is always true about the balance scale? So, based sa balance scale kasi natin, di ba may mga prutas dito and 250 siya, yung weight niya. So, let's assume, hindi given yung weight, no? So, let's assume 250 lang yung weight ng nasa left side. Yung sa kabila naman, ang weight niya lang is 200. Ayan. Plus item na yan. Pati dito sa kabila, plus item na rin. Ayan. So, ano yung tamang statement dito guys para ma-balance natin yung scale? Ayan. So, syempre, apple plus banana, yung nasa left side natin, wala namang kailangan na given dyan. So, para ma-equate natin. Milk tsaka chocolate. So, pwede na nating tanggalin to actually. Yung mga item natin. So, ang kino-compare lang talaga natin dito is yung mga weights natin dito, no? So, 250 tsaka 200. So, ano yung kailangan niyang madagdag sa 200 para pumantay siya sa 250? Ayan. So, syempre dito guys, kailangan niyang mag plus 50 sa right side. Diba? So, hanapin natin sa choices. Apple plus banana is equal to milk plus chocolate plus 50. Ayan. So, yan yung hinahanap natin. So, choice B yung tamang sagot natin. Okay? Ayan. So, next tayo guys. Ayun, so numerical ability na tayo guys. A government office bought 18 boxes of bond paper for 5,940. How much did each box cost? Okay? So, basically guys, yung 18 boxes daw, or I mean, bumili siya ng 18 boxes, that is 5,940 pesos yung cost niya. Ngayon, ang tinatanong naman, how much did each box cost? Ilan naman daw guys kapag isang box na lang yung binili? Ayan. So, may dalawang solution dito. Pwede kayong mag-ratio and proportion. Pero mas madali guys, i-divide mo na lang siya. Diba? So, 5 940 divided by 18. Okay? So, let's say, divide natin to. That is 3. 3 times 18, that is 54. So, minus 54 ulit. So, that is 3 ulit. And then, may natira pang 0 doon. So, 330 pesos. So, letter B. Number 72, what is 35% of 840? So, possible rin yung solution dito guys, yung chop-chop method, di ba? Or para mas madali, yung ginagawa ko na lang. Ayan. So, gawin na lang natin siyang decimal, then diretso multiply na. So, pareho lang naman. So, 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 4 ay 20. Carry 2. 5 times 8 plus 2, that is 42. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 4 ay 12. Carry 1. 3 times 8 plus 1, that is 25. So, kapag inad natin yan, 00492. Ayan. Then, dalawang decimal places. So, final answer natin guys, 294. Ayan. So, mas madali ito guys para sa akin kasi wala ka nang iisipin. Kapag chop-chop method kasi, possible magkamali ka pa eh. Kasi dalawa yung kailangan mong isolve na percentage dyan. So, pero kayo bahala guys. Yun lang. So, a worker finish 3/8 of a task in the morning and 1/4 in the afternoon. What fraction of the task was completed? Yan. So, basically guys, kailangan mo lang i-add ito. Yung unang fraction tsaka pangalawang fraction. 'Di ba? So, 3/8 i-add mo siya sa 1/4. Ayan. So, ang technique dito guys, kapag nakikita mo ng multiple naman yung mga denominators nila, hindi lang sila magkatugma. Kasi 'di ba, kapag hindi magkapareho yung denominators, hindi mo pwedeng basta-bastang i-add. Kailangan mo pang pagpantayin. So, pwede mo lang kasing i-times 2 na lang itong 1/4 natin. Both sa numerator and denominator. Para mapantay siya sa 8 na denominator niya. Okay? Ayan. So, 3/8 plus 2 times 1, that is 2. 2 times 4, that is 8, diba? Pareho lang naman ang 1/4 tsaka ng 2/8. Yan, so parang na-expand lang siya. Ito kasi is lowest term. So, madali na lang to guys. 3 plus 2 na lang. And then, copy mo na lang yung denominator. Diba? Ganun lang kadali. So, 5/8 or letter B. If 12 notebooks cost 540 pesos, how much will 20 notebooks cost? Yan, so ratio and proportion to guys ha. Kapag 12 notebooks, ang presyo ay 540. Kapag 20 notebooks naman, ilan daw yung presyo niya? Obviously guys, mas maraming notebook, mas mahal yung presyo. So, direct proportion siya. Direct proportion. Ayan. So, pag sinabing direct proportion guys, tapatan lang sila. Gagawa natin ng equation and itatapat lang natin sila sa isa't isa. So, fraction ng notebooks, 12/20. Fraction naman ng cost, 540 katapat ni 12. Over, yung unknown, gawin na lang nating variable x. Okay? Ayan. So, cross-multiply na lang tayo dito. Ayan. So, 12 times x, that is 12x. And then, 20 times 540. Sige, solve natin kasi medyo malaking number. So, that is 0.8. Ayan. So, 10,800. So, divide natin guys both side ng 12 para ma-isolate si x. 108 divided by 12, that is, yan. So, isolve natin to. Huwag tayong mapapagod mag-solve. Okay. So, that is, I think, pwede si 9. 9 times 12, 18, carry 1, 9, 10. Ayun, susakto pa, sumakto pa. May dalawang 0 na nadagdag. So, 900 guys yung sagot natin. So, letter C. Yan, using the ratio and proportion. Next. The average of 18, 24, 30, 36, and 42 is... Yan, so ilang beses ko nang inulit ito sa inyo guys kapag pare-pareho ng difference yung mga numbers natin. Di ba? Plus 6 lahat sila. Ang tawag sa kanila ay arithmetic sequence. And same ang mean tsaka ng median kapag arithmetic sequence. So kapag sinabing median, that is middle. And kapag sinabi namang mean, that is the average. Yan. So average nito ay itong nasa gitna. So 30. Letter B, 'di ba? Based sa ano lang natin, inspection lang. Nakuha natin yung sagot. So a jacket original cost 1,500, it is sold at 20% discount. What is the sale price? Ayan, kapag na-discountan ka, mag-minus ka sa 100%. So, ibig sabihin guys, discounted ka ng 20%, 80% na lang yung babayaran mo sa item. Diba? So, multiply natin si 1,500 na original cost, i-multiply mo lang sa 0.8 or 80%. Nag-move lang tayo dyan para maging decimal. Okay? So, 8 times 0, 0, 0, 8 times 5, 40. 8 times 1 plus 4, that is 12. And then isang decimal places. So, final answer natin guys ay 1,200. So, letter B. Okay? Next. The ratio of men to women in an office is 4:5. If there are 72 employees, how many are women? Okay? So, sa ratio natin guys, men to women. So, ito, yung ratio ni men. Yung 5 naman, yan yung ratio ni women. So, may technique tayo dito guys kapag given yung total. Okay? So, yung 72 i-divide natin sa sum ng ratio. So, pag sinabing sum, i-add natin yan. 4 plus 5, that is equal to 9. So, yung 72 guys, i-divide natin siya ng 9. Okay? So, 72 divided by 9, that is equal to 8. And itong 8 guys, yan yung multiplier natin. So, since kung ilan yung women, yun yung hinahanap, ang ratio ni women ay 5, edi yan 5 yung i-multiply natin sa 8 na multiplier natin. So, 8 times 5, that is equal to 40. So, letter C. Yan. So, diba? Pwede lang mentalin to guys. Kapag nakikita kayo ng total and given yung ratio nila, pwede mo na silang i-divide kagad. Ayan. So, mabilisan lang talaga to. Okay, so next. Anna is 6 years older than Bea. The sum of their ages is 38. How old is Anna? Okay. So, pwedeng algebraic solution. Pwede namang trial and error. Bahala kayo. Okay lang naman. Ayan. So, sige. For this example, trial and error tayo. Alam ko naman nagsasawa na kayo sa mga equation, di ba? So, let's try choice A. Kapag 16 yung ginamit natin na age ni Anna, isulat lang natin ha. Anna tsaka Bea. Tatandaan natin guys, lamang ng 6 years si Anna kay Bea. Kung si Anna ay 16, ibig sabihin 10 si Bea kasi nga lamang siya ng 6 years, di ba? So kapag inad mo yan, that is equal to 26. Mali. Hindi siya pasok sa 38 na hinahanap natin. So kapag 20 naman si Anna sa choice B, 40 naman si Bea. Kapag inad mo yan, that is 34. Still, mali pa rin. Kapag 22 si Ana, mag-minus 6 ka, that is 16, di ba? So, kapag inad mo yan, 22 plus 16, that is equal to 38. So, pasado na siya. Pasok na siya sa condition. So, sagot natin ay letter C. Okay, so, basic algebra. So, 3x plus 7 is equal to 34. So, lahat ng may variable x may iwan sa left side and yung may mga walang variables malilipat sa right side and mag-iiba na yung sign syempre. So 3x is equal to 34 minus 7. Okay? So 3x is equal to 27. Divide natin both side ng 3. X is equal to 27 over 3 or that is equal to 9. Okay, so letter C. So next, a rectangular lot is 28 meters long and 15 meters wide. What is its area? So ang area guys ng rectangle, kung meron tayong length tsaka width dito, ang area niyan ay length times width lang. So given naman yung length niya, yung mas mahabang side, that is 24, i-multiply lang natin sa mas maiksing side which is 15. So 24 times 15, so 5 times 4 ay 20. 5 times 2 plus 2, that is 12, and then 24, then i-add lang natin, that is equal to 360 square meters. So, letter C. A car travels 180 kilometers in 3 hours at the same speed, how far can it travel in 5 hours? Okay? So, di ba meron tayong formula na speed is equal to distance over time. Di ba? So, dito kasi sa first condition natin, given na yung distance and yung time natin. So, ang unknown dyan yung speed. So, i-plug in lang natin dito. 180 yung distance, 3 naman yung time. So, 180 divided by 3, that is 60 kph. Yan yung speed niya. Ngayon, sabi naman kasi dito at the same speed. So, yan lang din yung gagamitin natin sa second equation natin. How far? So, pag sinabing how far, gaano kalayo, distance naman ngayon yung hinahanap natin. And alam natin guys, ng formula for distance, kapag in-isolate mo si D dito, that is speed times time. So, kunin natin guys yung nakuha nating speed, that is 60 kph. I-multiply lang natin sa 5 hours. So, kapag minultiply natin yan, 60 times 5, that is 300 kilometers. So, letter C. Okay? Yan. So, next, if 8 workers can finish a job, 8 workers can finish a job within 15 days. How many days if 12 workers? Ayan, if 12 workers need to finish the same job. Yan. So, ito naman guys, 'di ba, yung mga problem natin kanina is direct proportion. Ito naman is inverse proportion. Bakit? Habang dumadami yung workers, kumukonti yung kailangan nilang time para ma-finish yung trabaho nila. 'Di ba? So, ang tawag dito ay inverse proportion naman. Ginagamit to always guys kapag mga work problem. Yan. And may mga video rin ako guys dito sa ratio and proportion. Check nyo lang yung channel ko. Okay, so gawan natin guys ng equation. Kapag inverse proportion, ma-flip yung isang fraction natin. So yung 15, hindi na niya katapat si 8. Katapat niya na si 12. Okay, and yung unknown natin, katapat niya ni si 8. Okay, so cross multiply lang tayo dito. So 12 times x, that is 12x. Okay, so 15 times 8, ilan naman yan? 3, 6, 9, 12, that is equal to 120. Then divide na lang natin both side ng 12 para makancel si 12, x na lang yung matira. And 120 divided by 12, that is equal to 10 days. Ayan, so 10 days na lang yung kailangan nila kasi mas marami na yung nagtrabaho. Okay? So letter B. A sum of 12,000 pesos earns simple interest at 5% per year for 3 years. How much is interest? Okay guys, may formula tayo for interest, that is ipin. Yung I, yung interest. Yung P, yan yung principal. Yung I na maliit, yan yung interest rate. Yan, so pareho lang din sa iba guys. Yung iba kasi PRT yung memorize. So pareho lang din naman siya. So yung N naman is yung number of years. Okay, so basically guys, given naman yung mga given natin. I mean, given na yung mga nasa formula natin. So, ipa-plug in na lang natin siya. So, yung principal natin na 12,000, yung interest natin na 5% or 0.05 kapag ginawang decimal. Yung number of years natin na 3. Ayan. So, kapag binultiply mo yan guys, anong makukuha mo? Ayan. So, sa mga nahihirapan dyan guys, pwede namang hindi multiply lahat to. Pwede i-multiply lang yung mga non-zero numbers. Ayan. So, pwede to kapag walang butal. So, 12 times 5 guys, that is 60. And then times 3. That is equal to 180. Tingin ka sa choices, saan yung may 180 dyan? Si choice C. So, kapag sinolve mo to mano-mano guys, ang sagot mo dyan 1.8. Ayan. So, letter C yung sagot natin. Okay, next. What is the next number in the series? 4, 9, 16, 25, 36. So, unang tingin ko pa lang guys, alam ko na yung sagot. Bakit? Kasi memorize ko yung mga perfect square numbers natin. Yung 4 squared, that is, yung 4 that is 2 squared. Yung 9 that is 3 squared. Yung 16 that is 4 squared. 25 that is 5 squared. 6 squared naman si 36. And obviously, ang susunod sa pattern natin ay 7 squared or that is 7 times 7 or 49. Diba? Maganda kapag kabisado nyo yung mga iba't ibang klase ng numbers natin. Hindi kayo mahirapan sa mga number series. Next, a product is bought for 800 and sold for 1,000 pesos. What is the profit percentage? So kapag profit percentage, either percent increase pa yan or percent decrease, ang formula niyan, difference over old value. Okay? So ang old value niyan, that is the original value or yung value niya nung hindi pa nag-i-increase or nagdi-decrease. Or ito siya, old value yan. Yan yung original value niya. And nung binenta niya na, in-increase niya. So that is the new value. Okay, so i-plug in lang natin. So pag sinabing difference, automatic na yung malaking number minus maliit na number. Over yung old value natin na 800. Ayan, so i-simplify natin to ha. So 1,000 minus 800, that is 200 over 800. So pwedeng i-cancel yung mga zeros. So may iwan na lang is 2 over 8. Pwede pa bang i-simplify yan? Pwede pa. Pwede mo pang i-divide ng 2. So ang simplified form niya is 1/4. And alam naman natin guys, ang 1/4 that is equal to 25%. Diba? So ang sagot natin 25% or letter B. Ayun, so 'di ba? Madali lang siya, guys. The perimeter of a square is 64 centimeters. Square to, guys, ha. Ayan. So pag sinabing square, pare-pareho lang ng side 'yan. Ang perimeter, guys, ang definition ng perimeter, total distance around the polygon, or kapag inad natin lahat ng sides niyan, that is 4s kasi 4. Yan yung perimeter. Paano naman yung area? Ang formula ng area, side times side or side squared. Okay? So, given guys yung perimeter niya which is 64. So, gamitin lang natin itong unang formula natin. Kailangan natin makuha yung side. So, i-divide na lang natin both side ng 4. So, S na lang yung matitira. 64 divided by 4, that is 16. Diba? So, yung side niyan is 16 each. Kasi square siya Pare-parehong 16 na yan. So, anong area nito guys? Ayan. So, ang area niyan, i-multiply lang din natin 16 times 16 or pwede ring 16 squared. Pareho lang naman sila. Okay? So, 16 squared guys. Anong sagot natin dyan? Ayan. So, that is 256. Square meters to guys kasi in terms of area. Ayan. So, dapat naka-square meters. So, letter C. Okay. So, next. If 2.5 kilograms of rice costs 137.50, how much does 1 kilogram cost? Ayan. So, pwedeng ratio and proportion, pero pwede rin namang i-divide na ng diretso. Parang yung ginawa natin kanina. Ayan. So, ang technique guys, kapag nagdi-divide kayo ng may mga decimals, gawin nyo lang siyang whole number para mas madali. Okay, so, gawin natin whole number yung nasa loob. 1, 2. Dalawang beses mag-move. Dalawang beses ka rin dapat mag-move, pareho lang sa labas. 1, 2. So, kailangan mo magdagdag ng 0 dyan. So, 13750 divided by 250. Di ba? Mas madali na kasi puro whole numbers na, wala nang decimal. Okay. So, i-divide natin guys 13750. Kapag dinivide mo yan ng 250, let's say 5. 5 times 250, that is 1,250. Okay? And then, pag pinag-minus natin, 721. And then, meron pang 0. Yan. So, 1,250 divided by 250. Di ba alam natin? 5 rin. Yan. So, 0 na to. So, final answer natin, guys. 1 kilogram cost 55 pesos. Okay? So, letter B. The median of 12, 18, 25, 30, and 40 is, so pag sinabing median guys, middle term. So nasan ba yung gitna dito? 5 numbers. Obviously, si 25. So letter B yung sagot. Very basic question guys. Diba? Next. Okay, so a bag contains 5 red balls, 3 blue balls, and 2 green balls. What is the probability of picking a blue ball? Ayan, so probability problem guys, napaka-basic lang nito. So, meron tayong formula na favorable outcome over total possible outcome. Okay? So kapag may mga ganitong problem kayong nakita guys, bilangin nyo na lang kagad kung ilan ba yung balls na meron. So 5 plus 3 plus 2, 10, di ba? Yun na kagad yung denominator mo. Ngayon, sino ba yung kailangan mong mabunot? Anong kulay? That is blue ball. Ilan ba yung blue ball na nasa loob ng bag? That is 3, di ba? So yung 3, yan na yung nasa numerator mo. So sagot natin dito ay 3/10. Ganun lang kadali, di ba? So letter B. Okay, next. A number is increased by 25% becomes 250. What is the original number? Ayan guys, yung mga ganitong problem guys, wag na kayo mamroblema, di ba? So, pwede nyo lang naman kasing mag-trial and error na lang or by inspection lang alam kung kaya nyong isolve yan. Yan. So, di ba kapag nag-i-increase ka ng 25%, kailangan mong idagdag yung divided by 4 dito sa 200. Kasi ang 25% guys, divide mo lang ng 4 yan eh. Ang 25% of any number, i-divide mo lang yung number ng 4. Diba? So, same lang din dito sa concept na to guys. Kapag yung 200, actually nakita ko na kagad kasi. Pero yung mga ibang hindi nakakaalam guys, yung 25%, kailangan mo pa kasing i-add yan sa 100% kung nag-i-increase ka. So, kailangan guys ang i-multiply mo 125% or that is 1.25. Okay? So, i-divide mo yan sa 250. So, pwedeng ganun yung solution. Or pwede rin namang trial and error. So, nakita ko itong 200. Alam kong yan na yung sagot niya. Kasi ang 200 guys, kapag in-increase mo yan ng 25%, yan pwedeng chop-chop method. Pwedeng isolve mo muna yung 25% saka mo i-add. Or pwede rin naman diretso na. 200 times 1.25. Makukuha mo yan guys, 250. Ayan. So, matik yan. So, letter C. Okay, so next, a water tank is 3/5 full. After adding 120 liters, it becomes full. What is the capacity of the tank? Ayan, so basically guys, di ba 3/5 na full siya? Ayan, so sige, i-drawing natin para mas ma-visualize ninyo. Kumbaga yan yung tank natin. Sorry na sa drawing ha. So nahati yan ng 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, tsaka 5. 5, di ba? 3/5 full na daw. Ibig sabihin 3 yung shaded natin. Yan. Ganyan na guys yung ano no? Yung kalagayan ng water tank natin. Ngayon, nung pinasukan mo daw ng 120 liters, napuno na. Ibig sabihin, ito yon, itong part na to yon, yung dalawa dyan. Yung 120 guys, yung 120 liters, ayun, di na mabura oh. Ano nangyari? Sige, yung 120 liters, that is equal to 2/5 ng tank. Tama ba? Kasi nga, 120 yung pinuno mo, 2/5 na lang yung kulang para mapuno. Okay? So, basically, ganun lang yung concept. Ngayon, paano natin makukuha yan? Siyempre, gawin nating equation. So, andito na siya. 120 is equal to 2/5 of tank. Or let's say, variable x na lang. Para masanay kayo. Okay, so, ganun lang guys, no? Kailangan natin makuha yung value ni x. And para makuha yan, kailangan natin i-multiply both side ng 5/2. Bakit? Para makancel si 2/5 tsaka si 5/2. Parang reciprocal niya lang. Okay? So, bahala na kayo dito guys kung paano nyo isosolve. Basta kailangan nyo i-multiply si 120 tsaka si 5 and then i-divide ng 2. Or pwede rin namang dito na kayo mauna. 120 divided by 2, that is 60 times 5. So, that is 300. Ayan. So, 300 yung capacity ng tank natin. Okay? So, letter C. The average of 4 numbers is 28. If 3 of the numbers are 20, 30, and 35, what is the 4th number? Okay, so madali lang to guys. Gawa lang tayo ng table. So, isulat natin guys yung mga given. Si 20, si 30, si 35. And ang average guys nila, kapag 4 na sila, that is 28. Ngayon, kailangan lang natin ipunta guys yung mga given numbers papuntang 28. Okay? So yung 20, ilan yung kailangan niya para maging 28? That is plus 8, 'di ba? Yung 30 naman, since mas malaki siya, para maging 28 siya, kailangan niyang mag-minus 2. And yung 35 naman, minus 7. And then, i-add lang natin guys itong mga nakuha natin. So, 8 minus 2, that is 6. Minus 7, that is negative 1. And gamitin natin siya dito. So, 28 minus 1, that is 27. Ito na guys yung pang-apat na number natin. Ayan, using the table method. So, letter B. Question number 93. A circular garden has a circumference of 88 meters. What is its area? Ayan, so alam nyo naman na siguro ito guys, no? Kapag circle, itong palibot niyan, ang tawag dyan is circumference. Yan, so parang yung perimeter lang, pero circumference yung tawag. So meron tayong formula dyan that is 2 pi r. Okay? Yung r yung radius and yung pi, given naman siya which is 22/7. And kapag kinuha naman ng area guys, that is pi r squared. Okay? So gamitin natin guys itong dalawang formula para makuha natin yung area ng circle natin. So given yung 88 meters na circumference, so gawin natin 88 circumference, that is 2 pi r. Ang value ni pi guys, that is 22/7. Ayan. So 2 times 22 guys, that is equal to 44/7r. 'Di ba? So mapapansin nyo dito, 88 tsaka 44. Kapag minultiply natin to guys, sa reciprocal niya na 7/44, maka-cancel to. 'Di ba? Kasi reciprocal niya kapag minultiply mo, magiging 1 na siya. So, kailangan mo lang rin dito i-multiply sa kabila, both side kasi. So, maka-cancel rin to, 88 divided by 44, that is 2 na lang. So, ang natira guys, radius niya 7 times 2 or 14. Ngayon, radius pa lang yan guys ha. Para makuha natin yung area, kailangan natin i-plug in dito sa formula natin for area. That is pi r squared. Ang pi natin, 22/7. Ang radius natin, 14 squared. So, 22/7 times 14 squared, that is 196. Okay? So, isolve mo yan guys, and ang makukuha mong sagot ay, ayan. So, i-multiply mo lang naman to, 22 times 196 divided by 7. Okay? So, ang makukuha mong sagot dyan guys is 616 meter squared or square meters. Ayan. So, letter A. Question number 94. A train travels 180 kilometers at 60 kilometers per hour and another 240 kilometers at 80 kilometers per hour. What is its average speed? So, meron tayong formula guys for average speed. That is equal to total distance over total time. Ang total distance natin, syempre i-add lang natin guys yung mga given na distance, 'di ba? Si 180 tsaka si 240. So 180 plus 240. Yung total time natin guys, yun yung mahirap kasi nga hindi given, 'di ba? So 'di ba ang formula natin for time, that is distance over speed. Ayan. So, kailangan lang natin guys, kunin muna yung value ni time para malagay natin sa denominator. So, let's say nung unang travel niya or unang trip niya, T1. Ang distance niya ay 180. Ang speed niya ay 60 kph. So, sa T2 naman, so same formula lang din naman ang gagamitin, distance over speed. So, 240 naman yung distance niya and ang speed niya naman is 80. Ito guys yung T2. Ayan, so pwede pala natin guys i-plug in dito kung gusto nyo ng medyo magulong equation. Pero kung kaya nyo naman guys, isolve nyo na muna to kagad, saka nyo siya i-plug in dito. Okay? Ayan. Sige, i-plug in na lang natin guys na nakasimplify na para hindi ko yung maguluhan. So itong T1 guys, so 180 divided by 60, that is 3 hours. Yang T2 naman, 240 divided by 30, 3 hours pa rin. Ayan. So, 3 hours na lang. 3 plus 3. Ayan. So, kapag sinolve natin yan guys, that is 420/6. So, kapag dinivide mo yan, that is 70 kph. Yan guys, yung average speed nila. Diba? So, letter B. Next, if 30% of a number is 48 less than 50% of the same number, what is the number? Okay, so 30% of a number, so let's say variable n na lang, is guys, ibig sabihin equal. So 48 is 48 less than 50% of the same number. So mauna guys si 50%, no? And ile-less daw natin si 48. Ayan. So ito na guys yung equation natin. Ngayon same number itong left side and itong sa right side natin. So pagsamahin lang natin sila. So 50% n, kapag nilipat mo itong 30% sa right side, magiging minus 30% n. And itong negative 48, kapag nilipat mo sa left side, magiging positive 48. So, ayusin lang natin. 48 is equal to 50% minus 30%. That is 20% n. Okay? Yang 20% guys, equivalent siya sa 0.2 kapag ginawang decimal. So, i-divide na lang natin both side ng 0.2. Maka-cancel si 0.2, n na lang yung matitira. So, 48 divided by 0.2, that is equal to 240. Ayan. So, 240. So, letter C. Next, a man spends 2/5 of his salary on rent and 1/4 of the remaining amount on food. If he has 9,000 pesos left, what is his original salary? Okay. So, let's say X yung original salary niya. Okay? Ini-spend daw niya yung 2/5. Kung ini-spend mo yung 2/5, ilan na lang yung natira? Obviously, 1 minus 2/5, that is equal to, may 3/5 ka pang natira. 'Di ba? 3/5 pa yung natira mong from the original salary mo. Ngayon, next tayo. Yung 3/5 na yan, ginastos mo daw yung 1/4 niyan. Okay? So, kung ginastos mo yung 1/4 niyan, ibig sabihin, sa buong 1, minus 1/4 ka, may naiwan ka pang 3/4 sa 3/5. Gets ba guys? Ayan. So, basically, i-multiply lang natin sila. 3/5 times 3/4, and that is equal to 9,000 pesos. Okay? So, 3 times 3, that is 9 over 5 times 4, that is 20, is equal to 9,000. Ayan. So, since naka-equate pa siya guys, so pwede lang natin siyang baliktarin na lang or i-reciprocal and then i-multiply sa 9,000. So, let's say andito si original salary, i-multiply natin ng reciprocal niya which is 20 over 9, maka-cancel na to. X na lang yung matitira. Okay? So, 9,000 times 20 divided by 9, that is equal to 20,000. Ayan. So, pwede nyong i-double check guys by using trial and error sa choices natin. So, letter C. Yun. So, gets ba guys? So, proceed tayo sa next number natin. A rope is cut into 2 pairs in the ratio of 3:5. If the longer part is 18 meters longer than the shorter part, what is the total length of the rope? So, meron tayo ditong ratio 3:5. The longer part, so siyempre si longer part, siya si 5, di ba? So, let's say gawin natin siyang mga variables para mas madali yung pagkaintindi natin. So, si longer part, siya itong si variable y, and si shorter part, siya naman si variable x. So, based sa condition natin, if the longer part is 18 meters longer than the shorter part, so gagawan natin ng equation yan. So, y is equal to x plus 18. Diba? Longer part is equal to shorter part plus 18. Kasi nga, longer siya. Ayun. So, ang gulo, diba? Pero yun, no? So, eto guys, yung value ni longer. And syempre yung shorter natin is still x pa rin siya. Okay, so anong gagawin natin dito? Equate natin syempre. So x plus 18. Yan. So over x. I think mas mauna si x. Nasa taas dapat kasi yung ratio natin x is to y eh. Ayan. And then 3 is to 5. So makukuha natin guys yung shorter length dito, 'di ba? So ang hihirap ng mga tanungan natin ngayon, no? So 5 times x, that is 5x. 3 times x plus 18, that is 3x plus 54. And then ilipat natin si 3x sa kabila, magiging 5x minus 3x. Okay? So x is equal to 2x pala. 2x is equal to, i-divide natin to ng 2, that is 27. Ayun. So 54 pa pala. Ano ba yan? Ngayon pa lang tayo mag-divide ng 2. Excited kasi, no? So value ng x guys, or yung shorter side, that is 27. Ngayon, para makuha natin guys yung longer part niya, kailangan nating i-add itong 27 ng 18. Yan. So y is equal to 27 plus 18. So ilan yan guys? 45, 'di ba? So i-add natin guys kasi yung total length of rope yung hinahanap. So 45 plus 27, that is ayan. So 72 meters guys, or letter B, 'di ba? Ang dali lang. So next, a store sold an item for 1,260 after applying a 10% discount. What was the original discount? And guys, yung mga ganitong problem guys, para hindi kayo mahirapan, pwede naman kayo mag-trial and error dito. Kung tinatamad ko yung mag-solve dyan. Ayan. So, syempre kung nag-apply ka ng 10% na discount, ibig sabihin, mamaminus yan sa 100%, 90% na lang yung binayaran mo. 'Di ba? So yung 90% na binayaran mo, nagbayad ka ng 1,260 pesos. So obviously, mas malaki guys yung original price, 'di ba? Kasi na-discountan ka ng 10%. So anong gagawin natin dito, guys? Ayun. So sige, trial and error naman tayo guys para hindi tayo paulit-ulit sa equation. So try natin guys. Unahin na natin si choice A. So 1,300 times 0.9 kasi nga 90%. So 0, 0, 27, 9, 11. So 1,170 wala sa mali kasi 1,260 yung hinahanap natin eh. So x na kagad yan. Next. Since medyo malayo pa guys, mapapansin nyo kasi, yung 1,3 medyo malayo pa. 1,170 medyo malayo pa siya sa 1,260. So talon tayo dito guys sa choice C. Ayan, so kailangan ilapit din natin guys yung kapag trial and error tayo, no? Ilapit din natin yung mga values natin para hindi tayo mahirapan. So 1,4 times 0.9, 9 times 0 is 0, 0, 9 times 4 is 36, carry 3, 9 times 1 plus 2, that is 12. And then isang decimal place, isa lang rin yung move natin. So 1,260. Nakuha ba natin guys? Yung pinambayad natin na 1,260? Tama. Therefore, ang sagot natin dyan ay letter C, 1,400. Yan. So trial and error yun guys ha. Next, a box contains 24 pens. If 3/8 of the pens are black, how many black pens are there? Ayan, so basic question guys, i-multiply lang natin to. 24 times 3, that is 72 over 8. 72 divided by 8, that is 9. Ganun lang kadali. Ilang seconds yun guys? Wala pang 10 seconds, di ba? Ayan, so next tayo guys. Yan, sa last question, medyo nahirapan tayo ngayon, no? Dami kasi. The length of a rectangle is twice its width. If the perimeter is 54 centimeters, what is the width? So, rectangle yung natin ngayon, shape natin. So, yung length daw, So length yung pinakamahabang side, width naman yung maiksing side. So yung length daw niya is twice kay width, so 2W. Okay? So pwede natin siyang palitan dito. So 2W yung length, syempre katapat niya, ka-length niya lang. Yung width niya, width pa rin, W pa rin. Ayan. So ang perimeter natin dyan guys, bibilangin natin kung ilang W. 2, 4, 5, 6. So ang perimeter natin ay 6W. Ngayon given siya, which is 54. So palitan natin to ng 54. Kunin natin guys yung width niya. Divide natin both side ng 6. Makakancel si 6. Width na lang yung matitira. So 54 divided by 6, that is 9. So 9 guys yung width ng rectangle natin. Ngayon, anong hinahanap? Ayun, yun pala yung hinahanap guys. What is the width? So nakuha na natin kaagad. Akala ko gagawa pa tayo ng mga area eh. So letter B. Ayun, so natapos na natin guys yung 100 item na mock test number 4 natin. So sana marami kayong nakuha and nakapasa kayo. So practice lang kayo mabuti guys. Medyo malapit na yung ating examination. So yun lang guys. Salamat sa panonood and kita-kits tayo sa next video ko.